Recently, I've been interested in the psychology of just generally being happy. And a few years ago, there was actually a research done that found that overemphasizing this idea of happiness can make people just so much more upset when they don't achieve it that it makes it harder to achieve that happiness in the long run. Basically, by being obsessed with this idea of being happy, you'd feel so much more like a failure in the moments where you're not, even though those moments are inevitable because we're not happy all the time. So essentially, in the long run, it's wanting to be happy makes you unhappy. And I found this concept very interesting, and I started to wonder what other parts of your life this could apply to. So, being obsessed with games, I wanted to see if it could apply even to that. And that got me thinking about this idea of having to be the best when it comes to online competitive games. And it led me to the question of, does wanting to win make you lose more often? Doing something with the specific intention of getting better at it is something that just can and does work. Obviously that's a big aspect of, getting better at something is trying to get better at it. That's not necessarily what I'm talking about in this video, because you can try all you want to get better at something, and that's not specifically what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is obsessing over the need to win and the desire to win. If you go into a gaming session, wanting to win that bad, does that indirectly lead to you losing those games more often? So in this video, I just wanted to talk about the reasons why I think that's true, and go into more detail on why I think that wanting to win games makes you worse at them. Before we get into the rest of the video, I just wanted to say very quick, thank you so much for all the attention that my latest video has been getting. It's absolutely insane how the video has blown up. It currently has over 8,000 views right now, and I'm pretty sure we just hit 800 likes, which is just absolutely crazy. And just because of that video, I've gained 300 subscribers. I've gone from 30 to 330. The comments that I'm getting on that video are so nice. So many people are saying such nice things about how good the video is and the editing and stuff like that. And then loads of people are leaving their stories on growing out of games or getting back into games. I love seeing this big discussion around it. I think there's 150 comments on that video. It's just absolutely insane. I love talking to people in the comments about the video. So yeah, if you do enjoy this video, please, if you haven't already, subscribe and leave a like. I hope this video does as well as the last one, but who knows. Anyways, let's get into the rest of the video. The first part of what I wanted to talk about is pretty simple. If you have this huge desire to win a game, you're obviously going to be a lot more upset when you lose that game. Let's say you're playing a match of Valorant and you do really bad. You absolutely suck. You really mess it up. You really screw the pooch. Your KDA is 0-20-0. Absolutely ass. The worst of the worst. Does that sound familiar? I'm sure that sounds very familiar to you. Anyways, if you lose that game and you have this huge desire to win the game, well then you're going to get upset when you lose, right? And if you're upset, your skill is just going to indirectly be affected by, you being in a bad mood because you lost. And that just makes you automatically, do worse in the next match you play. A lot of people online talk about this whole idea of, you have to learn from your losses. And while I agree with that completely, I do think it can be even simpler. If you just accept your losses, it means that you don't, lose out on anything. As long as you can keep your morale on the same level by the time you've lost the game than before you started it, then you're going into the next game from scratch, Try to view each match as it's each individual session. The other side of this is that when you do win, it's going to feel a lot less satisfying if you're over-relying on the need to win that. This video is not at all bashing anyone for, needing to win. I'm guilty of all of this. And it's not necessarily a tip video either on, how to be okay with losing. Although if you are interested in that, let me know in the comments. I'm more just trying to define what I think exactly is making you, lose those games more than you should be. Because everyone loses sometimes, and, losing feels like shit a lot of the time. Most of the time losing can feel like shit. But you just need to move on from it and get on to the next match. I think the biggest thing that can help, in my opinion, is to just focus on, the nitty-gritty of the gameplay. Recently I've been actually playing some Rocket League, competitive. And I just focus on, just driving the car. Because, that alone, it feels fun. I like zooming around in the car. I go, Nyong. Just focus on, hitting the ball towards the goal. Most of the time, I don't actually pay much attention to whether or not I'm losing in Rocket League. Yeah, it's a little bit of a lie. I like it when I win, because then I can make my car go, Nyoo. But yeah, I think moving on from the loss is very important. Because, a lot of people take each loss and they take it on as this form of, baggage. And they bring it into the next game. The next part I wanted to talk about is a bit different. Recently I've been trying to get better at drawing. And a concept I'm seeing pushed forth by a lot of different people and a lot of different tutorials is that you need to spend 50% of the time drawing, just drawing. Like no references, like no try-harding, just doodling stuff. Just pencil and paper, just drawing. Just draw whatever the hell you want, whatever comes to mind. Just have fun with it. And I honestly think that concept applies to just literally everything that you're trying to get good at. So if you are trying to get better at competitive games, I would recommend that a lot of the time that you spend in that game should be in like quick play or like the, you know, more casual version of the game. When I was younger growing up with games and I would play competitive games, I would get, you know, really pissed when I was losing. It didn't even matter if I was playing with friends and playing like casual mode, I would just get so annoyed every time I died or lost, or even if I won but did badly. And recently with trying to like enjoy games again, I've noticed that by just playing them with the idea of enjoying them, it just makes you win more. Like there are some games I play that I genuinely don't care about winning, I just want to play the game. And the gameplay itself just scratches your brain in that particular way. And then because I'm just focused on the gameplay, I end up, you know, winning. I've also recently been playing on, you know, a second League of Legends account and trying to level up that account to a certain level so I can play with my friends in a different region. And because I'm only playing each, you know, match of League just to level up my character, like I don't put as much pressure on myself to win the game. And I've noticed that the game is just like way more fun when I'm just, you know, playing it for the sake of playing it instead of playing it for the sake of winning. But I've also noticed that by taking it less seriously, I am doing better because I'm focusing on the individual aspects of the game in every single moment. And because of that, I'm just doing better. And even when I don't do well, I'm not doing as badly as I would when I usually lose. A lot of people are focused on the end goal, but I think focusing on just the individual parts of the gameplay, doing well in each individual moment is important. Because sometimes you'll die in the next round, you know, you're still thinking about that. But in every moment, just try and focus on doing the thing that makes the most sense. Try and like keep thinking, like keep your brain like focused on what's happening, not what happened. Obviously none of this is like, you know, that easy, and you've probably noticed that this video is a lot more like rambly than my other one. I just do want to get a lot of my thoughts out there on like, you know, it seems like trying to win games makes you just worse at them. And on the flip side, you know, just focusing on enjoying games can make you a lot better. At the end of the day, all of those tutorials you're watching on how to get better at your favorite game, they're okay, but they only work if you're enjoying the game, and part of enjoying the game is being okay with losing. So yeah, that is the end of this video. I do have a lot of other videos in the works right now. I've got like a few games, just like me playing games, like I've got a Pokemon Wonderlock, I've got playing Terraria's hardest difficulty, and I do have a lot of ideas for videos with similar topics to this one and the last one, and you know, similar like video essay style stuff. So yeah, expect more videos like that, and you know, also just general like gaming videos, because that is like the main thing I like to do. But if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like and drop a comment down below for feedback and suggestions, good or bad. Whatever you have to say about this video, I want to hear it. I love replying to all the people in the comments, and I do hope this video does as well as my last one. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.